You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone.
She's alive, Daddy, and her name is Taki Tina.
My name is Taki Tina, and I'm going to kill you.
You know, that was a racing commission. A lot of owners have signed a petition. They want me to ride again. Do you understand that? They want Grady to ride again. I'm going to ride again. That's funny. I'm too big. I'm too big. I can't ride. Wait a minute, I can't ride.
What are you looking at?
Gremlins. Don't look. He's not there now. He jumps away whenever anyone might see him. Hurry! Hurry! What's going on? He's pulling up one of the cowling plates.
This is flight number 914 from Earth to our planet. We will be taking off in 3 minutes.
Mr. Chambers! Mr. Chambers! Don't get on that ship! The rest of the book, To Serve Man, it's a cookbook!
With a key, you unlock a door to imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sight. A dimension of sound. A dimension of mind. You're moving through a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. Guiding you through this wondrous journey is the hypnotic sound of the Twilight Zone.
Mirror made a locomotion from this mystic unknown zone.
moving into a land of both shadow and substance. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance.
Willoughby, the stop is Willoughby. Willoughby, the stop is Willoughby.
Submitted for your approval when Mr. Miller, who's about to take a trip into oddness and obsolescence through a zone whose boundaries are that of imagination. Accompanying him on this journey is the mesmerizing sound of the Twilight Zone.
On a cold and rainy night when Mr. Miller had a rare flight, comes up that bipedal rhythm that the engine stopped to listen with the way the beat. Suddenly he heard the sound, this melody that keeps spinning round and round. Now he resides in place from old in the mystic unknown zone. Here in the twilight, 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 here in the twilight.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all. There was time now. There was all the time I needed. That's not fair. That's not fair.